Help me reach 2,000 subscribers. Give this video a like and share your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one of them. Thank you. I used to believe that family meant never letting go, no matter how heavy things became. My name's Ethan, and for 12 years I thought my wife, Claire, and I had built something unbreakable. Our home was full of laughter, a little chaos, and the kind of noise only love can make. At the center of it all was our son, Liam, my entire world. I wasn't a perfect man, but I showed up. Every school play, every late-night fever, every whispered dream, I was there. Claire and I had our share of rough patches, like any couple. But never once did I think betrayal could find a way inside our walls. It began with distance, not the kind measured in miles, but in silence. She started working late, always with new deadlines or team meetings. Her phone stayed face down, notifications off. I didn't want to be that paranoid husband reading too much into little things. But sometimes, truth doesn't shout, it whispers. Then one evening, Liam, just 10 years old, came to me with a question that froze my blood. Dad, why was Mom kissing Uncle James in the car? At first, I thought I'd misheard him. Kids get things wrong, right? But the look on his face, confused, hurt, told me he hadn't. I saw the storm in his small eyes, trying to make sense of something no child ever should. My chest tightened. My hands went cold. That night, when Claire walked in smiling like everything was fine, I looked at her and saw a stranger. Her laugh, her perfume, her excuses, they all felt rehearsed. I didn't confront her. Not yet. I just watched. Every move, every message she tried to hide. The woman I once trusted more than anyone was already gone. She just hadn't packed yet. A few days later, fate handed me the truth. Raw, undeniable, cruel. Claire forgot her phone at home. Something she never did. I wasn't searching anymore, but when it buzzed on the counter, curiosity pulled me in. The message on the screen read, "Last night was amazing. I can't stop thinking about you. Same time tomorrow?" It was from James. My knees went weak. There it was, the truth I'd tried not to see, written in black and white. The man she'd been seeing wasn't a stranger. He was my oldest friend. The same man who stood beside me at my wedding, who toasted our anniversaries, who played ball with my son in our backyard. I stared at that screen until my reflection blurred. That's what betrayal feels like. Not a single wound, but a slow, quiet unraveling of everything you thought was real. When she came home that night, I didn't yell. I just handed her the phone. "Do you want to explain this?" I asked. Her eyes widened, then hardened. "So you're going through my phone now," she snapped, twisting the guilt around like a weapon. "You've been suffocating me for years, Ethan. Maybe if you'd been the man I needed, I wouldn't have looked elsewhere." I'll never forget that moment, the calm cruelty in her voice as she twisted her betrayal into blame. There wasn't an ounce of remorse, only resentment. Then Liam walked in, clutching his teddy bear, eyes wide. "Mom, are you and Dad fighting because of that man from your work?" The room fell silent. Color drained from Claire's face. She tried to speak, but nothing came out. In that instant, she realized the damage wasn't just ours. She'd broken her son, too. After that night, everything changed. She became someone I didn't recognize, short-tempered, distant, cruel. She started using Liam against me. If I tried to discipline him, she'd whisper, "See? Your father's always angry. He doesn't love you like I do." That was the line she crossed, turning our child into her shield. I tried to hold our world together for Liam's sake, but you can't build a home out of lies. Every morning became a silent war. Cold breakfasts, forced smiles, and the ghosts of what we used to be. I suggested counseling once, desperate for something to save us. She laughed. "Now you want to talk about feelings? You should have done that years ago." That's when I knew she was gone. Not just as my wife, but as the woman I'd loved. She started staying out later again, barely noticing Liam or me. But she forgot one thing. Children see everything. One evening, I came home to find Liam sitting on the stairs, tears streaming down his face. He whispered, Dad, Mom told me not to tell you she's going out with Uncle James again. Something inside me broke, not in rage, but in clarity. This wasn't just betrayal between adults anymore. It was poison bleeding into my son's world. I couldn't let that continue. The next morning, I called a lawyer. It wasn't revenge, it was protection. I documented everything. The messages, the late nights, the things Liam had overheard. When the truth came out in court, she didn't deny any of it. She just glared at me and said, "You'll regret this." But I didn't. The judge granted me full custody. And for the first time in months, Liam smiled. A real, unguarded smile. When we packed our things and left, Claire didn't say goodbye. She stood on the porch, arms crossed, watching the family she'd destroyed. That first night in our new apartment was quiet, not the painful kind of silence, but the kind that heals. Liam fell asleep with his head on my chest. And for once, I didn't feel broken. I felt free. People say betrayal destroys you. But it doesn't. It strips you bare until all that's left is the truth. Who you are. What you stand for. What you'll no longer accept. Claire lost her family chasing a lie. I found mine again in the ruins. And when Liam whispered before falling asleep, "Dad, we're okay now, right?" I smiled through the ache in my chest and said, "Yes, son. We're finally okay."